Brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, for Denver, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. Shaq, the Indiana Pacers. Expectations have been increasing and increasing year by year. Is Paul George the guy who can lead this team to a title?
George is not an elite player yet. He can be there. He has it all. He can play inside, play outside, has great versatility, but he's not quite an elite player yet. On his way, though, Ernie.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan. Almost game time.
Let's meet your Denver Nuggets starting lineup. The big man at 7'0" number 34, JaVale McGee. At forward from DePaul, number 21, Wilson Chandler. At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 10, Aaron Aflalo. And at forward from Morehead State, number 35, the Manimal, Kenneth Faried. At guard from North Carolina, number 3, I feel the need for speed, Ty Lawson. Ryan Shaw is your head coach.
The Indiana Pacers find themselves on the road looking for an interconference win. We're live in the Rockies, the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, Colorado, as the Nuggets try to defend their home court. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you along for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. So the Nuggets win the tip. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Indiana. Down low, Weston Hibbert. Rodney Stuckey out there with Hill. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Aaron Aflalo coming off his best season yet, Steve, an 18-point-per-game score. Shooting well from the field, three-point range, and the line.
And, Kevin, when you think about the efficiency, it's made even more impressive when you consider that he drew a lot of defensive focus.
Lawson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the elbow, and the shot is good. Lawson's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Nuggets.
And there's the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice tone setter out of the gate.
Hill drives in. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
The shot's good from McGee.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
And it's Indiana's ball. Outside Hill. There's the dish to West. A floater, and he gets the bucket. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Lawson kicks to Faried. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Wow, he sure can make up for that lack of size and height because of his leaping ability.
On the wing, Hill. Lawson defending. The three from George. Rebounded by McGee. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Afflalo's got his first bucket in this one. Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And George kicks it to West. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now, here is Lawson. Fareed, a screen on Hill. Lawson the pass to Fareed. Chandler kicks to McGee. 8 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
And for so long, the Nuggets had enjoyed their home court advantage. So tough at home normally, but not last season.
And the altitude factor is only beneficial when you can make your shots, and the Nuggets really had trouble finding the bottom of the net.
Here's George. Again, Indiana.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he can really get rolling.
The Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Afflalo, and there's the foul. It's on Aaron Afflalo. That's his first foul.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Hill kicks to Stuckey. Stolen by Fareed. Passes to Lawson. West with the steal. Outside Hill. West setting the pick for Hill. He feeds it to West. Pass to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Top of the key. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
As you said, the Nuggets are used to having an outstanding home record due to the altitude adjustment, but last year only 21 home wins. Not great at all for them.
Now here's Afflalo. Wants to get it to Fareed and does. That's good.
And they got exactly what they wanted right there. Really high percentage look.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Well, you know, to your point about the Nuggets not playing up to their standards at home, they had a rough time shooting here as they had the worst home field goal percentage of any team in the West. Given that, it's hard to believe they won as many as they did.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And there's a minute 45 left in the first. There's the pass to Mahinmi. Dishes it to Copeland. Puts up a 3. And it's Miles missing.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
We've got 1:18 left here in the opening quarter. Deep 2 from Robinson. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Watson dishes to Miles. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And the layup falls.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. 51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Robinson kicks to Foy. Shot clock at 6. Hickson against Scola. Offensive rebound. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Miles kicks to Scola. Watson the pass to Scola. The feed to Watson. 11 feet away. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Foy. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Foy's got his first bucket of the night. And so it's Indiana with it. Trailing by 2. With 1 on the clock. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Denver on top. They lead by a bucket. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they've built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lanes.
Indiana trailing here.
A lot of pressure and expectation last year for the Pacers in the playoffs. No longer were they an underdog or a feel-good story. They were expected to make a deep run.
Hickson and Mozgov playing together in the front court. Lawson out there with 4, and it's Gallinari in at the small forward position. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
George has gone 2 of 4 from the field. And they would return to the Eastern Conference Finals after some scares for them in the early rounds. You saw it, but Clark, once again, they could not beat the Heat.
And the difference there, Kevin, was the mentality and fortitude of the Heat. Clearly the talent was pretty equal, but I thought the leadership of LeBron and the brilliance of Dwayne Wade was just a little too much for a young, evolving team to handle.
Good insight. Denver shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls. You got to give the front office a lot of credit with the Pacers for what they've put together.
Without question, Kevin. You know, prevailing wisdom in the NBA was that to compete, you needed to either be a big market free agent destination or kind of tank for high draft picks. The Pacers kind of did it their own way, building solidly and steadily through the draft and with smart through free agent acquisitions. The biggest one being David West a few years back.
And the key for the Pacers in constructing this club has been finding terrific value in the draft. Roy Hibbert drafted 17th, Paul George 10th. Even George Hill was acquired for the 15th pick, so very impressive.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
And Afflalo wide open. He shoots, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
You know, and looking at the rise of these Pacers, it's hard to overlook the hiring of first-time head coach Frank Vogel, who's done a really nice job in leading that team. I think it all goes back to the front office, taking a team that could have been treading water and not realizing its potential and then molding and shaping them into a championship contender.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's George. No luck. And it's Denver the other way. Afflalo goes in, plays it up, and banks it in. Afflalo's got 4 points in the quarter. Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Hill dishes to West. George passes to Hill. Back to George. He kicks it to Stuckey. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hill. 11 feet away. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Lawson kicks to Chandler. The 3. That is in there. Watson with the assist. Watson's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And the Pacers call time here.
Ty Lawson's somewhat undersized at the point guard position at 5'11", but he makes up for it with his strength, and he really competes defensively. He is not easy to push around.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Fareed comes in for Gallinari. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through West. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And for Watson, the issue defensively, not so much getting overpowered Clark. There's just certain shots he can't get to.
Yeah, well, he's not the biggest guard. I mean, he's actually one of the smaller guards we have in the league, but he's powerful, he's explosive, and he does on occasion get outside, and he just has to do the best he can in those situations.
Pacers trail by 7. Hill dishes to West. Left side, West. Off the iron that time. And Aflalo kicks to Chandler. And that one's good. Chandler's got 5 points in the quarter.
Look how well he led him there with that pass.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hill with it. West outside. Left side, West. Tries to snap the cold streak, and he hits the jumper for 2. West has got 6. So it's Denver now. Watson outside. He dishes it to Fareed. Kicks to McGee. Stolen by George. Hill with it. Now Watson defending. Feeds it to Stuckey. It's back to Hill. Stuckey passes to Hill. Clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. That's good. And now just a 5-point Denver lead.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mozgov, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Harris comes in for Wilson Chandler. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. Robinson is subbed in for Ty Lawson. 1:09 left to play in the first half. And Fareed kicks to Harris. Fareed outside. Now the dish to Mozgov. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Mahinmi. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Copeland kicks to Scola. Pass to Watson. Back to Scola. He feeds it to Miles. And again, it's Indiana. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Fareed setting the pick for Robinson. Pass to Harris. Back to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Harris kicks to 4. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now Watson. And the jumper is on the mark. And now just a 1-point Nugget lead. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Nuggets lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We've seen Arron Afflalo really having a great game.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
Indiana trailing here on the court for Indiana. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Rodney Stuckey out there with George Hill. And it's Hibbert in at the center position.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve. David West is a tough man's man at power forward, who also possesses a lot of guard skills. I mean, for a player his size, he's one of the best passers in the game. He can put it on the floor, and that jump shot of his from out to about 17, 18 feet is money. He's a laser from that distance and can occasionally splash that three-pointer on you, too.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, David West is one of the most consistent guys in the entire NBA. Not only with his production, but with his demeanor on a team. As Coach Frank Vogel said, West has poise and composure. He's our rock. There's no other way to put it. He's a leader for them, Kevin, on and off the court.
A steady vet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, one of the savviest players you'll see, no doubt. And West, able to post up or face up. Maybe at his best facing up, where that mid-range jump shot is among the best in the game.
That free throw good from Kenneth Faried. And Clark, as you know, David West with great range on his jump shot. He can even make a three-pointer in a pinch.
Yeah, he's a consistent three. He doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he can make them. I've watched him in practice, and he can knock those down. And in big moments, he'll step up and knock down a three every now and then for you.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, you talk about effort and energy being a skill. Some people talk about those things as skills, and Kenneth Faried is a 10 out of 10 in that category. A 6'7" power forward. His athleticism and relentless motor allow him to play much bigger than that.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Faried, a screen on Hill. Lawson dishes to McGee. Now Chandler inside. Here's Faried. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And guys, Faried not the most skilled offensively. Most of his points coming on fast breaks. Garbage buckets, dunks inside.
Yeah, but he's developing a decent touch from around the foul line area, which is a nice addition to his offensive arsenal, Kevin. But, yeah, the big thing is, he's just one of those guys who you can never let your guard down against because he's constant energy.
Well, Steve, Kenneth Faried really raised in the game. There's so many great stories when he was young. He was challenged by his family in so many ways on the basketball.
Yeah, the story goes that his father once dunked on him and said, never let anybody do that on you again. And apparently his mother told him they'd never pass him the ball unless he was tough enough to go get the rebound. So, tough love, but apparently it worked.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Brian Shaw had some words for his team in that last timeout. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Faried. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. 4 on the clock. Here's Hill. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you talk about Faried's upbringing. His mother, a high school basketball star in her own right, was fighting for her life against the autoimmune disease of lupus. She demanded that he battle just as hard on the court. And you can't discount that in driving Faried to his greatness.
No good on the free throw.
And Kenneth Faried ending up setting an NCAA record for career rebounds. He said he felt like every rebound was another day for his mother. And now, happily, she's doing better, and he's playing the game he was born to play.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
You look at how this Denver team is put together. A lot of athleticism across the board, but it seemed as though they were struggling to find a clear direction as a group.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Hill passes to Hibbert, dishes it to George, and there's the feed to West. Baseline try. The shot's good on the assist by George. West has got the game tied up here for Indiana. Well, guys, what you said about Denver last season, you can have all the athleticism you want, but it doesn't matter if you can't get it to work together.
Well, and they would share the ball well. It was just that they would play a little bit wild at times. That would get them into trouble. Turnovers, mistakes. I think for this club, it's all about finding the right balance.
And he gets the bucket. 9 points for Aaron Aflalo.
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
Hill kicks to Hibbert. The pass to West. From 11 feet away, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The Nuggets 2 seasons ago, Steve, won a franchise-best 57 games and were considered a fringe championship contender, even as a young team. But it's been a steep decline since.
Well, the injury to Gallinari hurt, the defection of Iguodala to the rival Warriors, and mass turnover in the front office and the coaching staff. So they are now trying to regain that stability.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Gallinari in for Faried. Lawson drives in. Hickson with the bucket.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is. And for the Nuggets last season, they traded away starting center Kosta Koufos to Memphis in an effort to free up space for JaVale McGee, a promising young center. Then McGee, unfortunately, was out most of the season with a broken leg. That set him back in terms of his progress, but he's still a center that's on the rise. That's a combination, quite honestly, of a bit of a questionable decision and then some bad luck as well.
It's stolen by Hickson. Here's Aflalo. The Pacers pull it in. George with the ball. Now Chandler defending. Back to George. Hibbert with a screen for George. For the lead. Gallinari with the rebound.
Well, guys, when I look at the Nuggets, I see a young team with great depth. They still have a chance to be a real factor in the West.
George with a screen on Lawson. West setting the pick for Hill. Blocked. Chandler attacking. Down low. Here's Lawson. It's rebounded by West.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Hill dishes to Stuckey. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Mozgov, he's checked in for Chandler. Harris comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Foy in for Ty Lawson. Now Foy. Paul George missing from long range. Harris misses.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Pass to Watson. Outside, George for the lead, but he gets it back. It's tipped. It's stolen by Hickson.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would, too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one, too.
And here's Gallinari outside. And again, Denver no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. George passes to Watson. He kicks it to Scola. He dishes it to Watson. Clock at 6. Shoots from 12. And it's Denver with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Near the three-point line, it's Foy. Releases from the wing and drills it. Foy's got his second basket of the game. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Lawson.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
Gallo and Fareed at the forwards. Foyle is out there with Harris, and it's Mozgov in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Mozgov. Fareed setting the pick for Gallinari. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Gallinari's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nuggets. Watson kicks to Mahinmi. To the wing on the left. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. With the fadeaway. They grabbed their own miss.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Well, the Pacers gave up a lot to acquire Luis Scola from Phoenix last season, especially for a player who probably didn't fit in the Suns' plans anyway. They gave up Miles Plumlee, Gerald Green, and a first-round pick. That shows you how highly they thought of the Argentine power forward.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Mozgov. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Harris. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Randy Ford. Now here is McGee. Chandler right side. That is good. In Scola, now 34 years of age, his field goal percentage, Clark, has dropped for 5 straight seasons.
Yeah, and his turnover rate rose last season as well, despite primarily shooting from outside. And I think part of that was the fact that he was a rotational player in the reserve for the first time in his career. He's been a career starter until just last season.
And their lead takes another little bump up.
Boy, I tell you, they've got to be feeling better and better about this game.
Hill dishes to Mahinmi. Kicks it to George. Stolen by Fareed. Here's Aflalo. Second chance shot, and Chandler lays it in. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And the Pacers call time here. Wilson Chandler, a versatile forward, Steve, in his 7th season out of the ball.
I like him, Kevin. I mean, he's strong enough to play inside, quick enough to guard on the perimeter, and then he's got that three-point range on his shot. So, very versatile player.
Some changes for Indiana. Hibbert comes in for Mahinmi, and West subs in for Luis Scola. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from George.
And Wilson Chandler, 2 seasons now removed from hip surgery, showing no ill effect last season as he started at the small forward spot in the place of the injured Danilo Gallinari.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
What you like about Chandler, an inside-out scoring threat, and he's an explosive finisher around the rim, too, with shooting range that stretches out beyond the arc.
Now here's Fareed. Chandler outside. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul.
You know, that turnover right there isn't typical of the performance he's turned in today. In fact, that's his only turnover of the game. He's done a really good job taking care of the ball.
Here's Hill. Feeds to West. Little turnaround. Off the left rim and out.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Chandler, the pass to Fareed. Aflalo kicks to Lawson. Chandler outside. Just 5 to shoot. And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple. Aflalo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Hibbert, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Nuggets leading by 9. And he's going up for the alley-oop. A shot by Chandler, wide open. And again, Denver with the triple.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
George dishes to Stuckey. From the corner, and the shot is good. 9 points for Paul George.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Aflalo the pass to Lawson. The dish to McGee. Shoots from the baseline, and he hits the jump shot. McGee's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
He's been key for this team's offense, the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve. No doubt.
Now, here is Hill. Passes it to West. Just 5 to shoot. The layup missed.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Chandler outside. He feeds it to Lawson. Pass to Afflalo. Afflalo left side. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Lawson has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pacers trail by 12. West a screen on Chandler. Hill kicks to Stuckey. Hill with it. Now Chandler defending. Inside to Hibbert. Stolen by McGee.
Well, clearly we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. And I think this was an excellent all-around performance for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
Afflalo against Stuckey. Afflalo dishes to Chandler. Back to Afflalo. Just 5 to shoot. Good work defensively by Stuckey. The Pacers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Hill passes to Stuckey. And here's George for 3. And that one's good. George has got it back down to single digits for the Pacers.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lawson kicks to Afflalo. And he gets the bucket.
You got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
Here's Hill. Buried from 15 feet out.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
So the Nuggets win it. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Wilson Chandler.